Marry me, Gemini, Gemini sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Geminis starting today, the 11th of July, 2023. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Honeypaw, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, Honeypaw, and thank you so much, Deline. And thank you to all of you Geminis and friends of Geminis for joining us today for this 2-week reading. Before I tell you that, if you're watching on a restream on YouTube, you can fast forward through the shuffling if you don't want to sit through it by using the timestamps in the video description. Today I'm reading with this ancient Italian tarot deck, and I have already purified with this 4711 cologne. You can find out information about purchasing those products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. This goes out to a lot of Gemini, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, or remember that we have a general reading for all signs every single day except for Monday, and we have a weekly reading for every single sign starting on Sunday night every week. So you can find all of those very easily on my website at ariels-corner.com. That's Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. Just click on the free tarot readings link in the main menu. I don't read with card reversals, so that's why you'll see me flipping those cards right side up if they happen to come out upside down. It's just my style of reading, and it's how I like to do things, so please don't be concerned. It's exactly right. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching us on Twitch, make sure that you follow us on Twitch. You can also watch us on Twitch without any of those pesky little ads if you subscribe to us there. If you would like to give us if you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga, paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga. If you're watching live on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat. If you're watching on a restream, you could use a super thanks. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We have all these different tarot decks listed there. Those are all affiliate links, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale. Boy, my words today. I think it's just because I had a day off yesterday, so I forgot how to do all of this. All right, Gemini, let me shuffle up a couple more times, and then I'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for the next 2 weeks for all of you gorgeous Geminis. Little sweethearts. I adore all the Geminis in my life. All right, let's see. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the King of Cups. My goodness, aren't you royal? And then we've got the Knight of Wands. So it's all court cards. It's all court cards. That means it's all within you. A lot of times when we have a lot of trump cards, it's because you really need a lot of spiritual intervention. This is saying it's all you. And you're doing great. It's all you, and you're doing great. Now, we'll open it up because I'm sure there's some stuff to talk about. But boy, look at what you're nurturing and look at what you're finding. This is a lesson to you that what you nurture is what you get. And you're nurturing all the right things, it looks like. Many of you are really nurturing that inner world. That some of you are really working on psychic development or spiritual development. Some of you are doing meditation. Some of you are working on like magic, law of attraction, whatever prayer, whatever your spiritual path is. Boy, it is really blossoming, and you are getting the results from it. The King of Cups is that spiritual master, and that's you. And a lot of times people think, when they hear that, they think, well, I'm not a spiritual master. I'm just barely figuring things out. But that is mastery. That is mastery. I'm not sure what anything means, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing my best. That's the master. The one who thinks that they have it all figured out and they have all the answers, that's the child. That's the childish one. The master is the one that says, I don't know anything. I really don't. I'm stumped at what the universe is all about, but I'm willing to learn. I'm open and receptive to learn. I'm willing to do everything that it takes to nurture myself so that I can be as receptive to wisdom as possible, so that I can open up my sight and see things in a new way, right? So yes, you are a spiritual master, Gemini, and I am very, very thrilled for you and thrilled to see this. Now, this Knight of Wands is talking about the help that's coming your way. It's interesting because the more you've been focusing on the spiritual aspects of, many of you, the spiritual aspects of your life, that's given you sort of like a new opening to receive help on more practical levels, especially in regards to career, than you would have had you been specifically focusing on the career. Isn't that interesting? Just focusing on the inner world, on the spiritual world, or whatever you call it. For some of you, it might be just psychology and therapy. I mean, just whatever that inner world is that you're working on, opens up all of this assistance to you in your work in the world, in your career. And it's coming. It's just coming. Now, when that assistance comes, it can come in all kinds of forms. It can be like just somebody showing up. You finally got an assistant that you've been needing. Sometimes it can be in the form of a company that you didn't know existed that can do everything that you need for whatever that is. It can come in the form of inspiration. It can come in the form of intuition, great ideas. Somebody sends you a book. Somebody sends you a website. Somebody, you happen to get an omen. You see a bumper sticker or a billboard with the answer. Whatever it is, help is on its way. But the more important than the help itself is why the help is there. Like we said, it's because of what you've been doing and what you've been focusing on has opened the way for you to get the help. And it's interesting because a lot of times, for many of you at least, this help is coming not because you were looking for it. It's because you were doing something for yourself, for your inner self. And that opened you up to being receptive to the help that for some of you, you knew you needed, but for others, you didn't even know you needed that help. It's coming. And it's going to be amazing. It's a mighty helper. And like I said, it could be a person, it could be several people, or it could be completely non-physical. But that help is potent nonetheless. All right, let's see. But it does look like it's in the form of work, career, job, that kind of thing. All right, let's see what else is up for the Geminis here. More cups. Look at you with your cuppiness. 3 of Cups, what a great card. 9 of Coins, what a wonderful card. 7 of Cups. Okay, Gemini. Excuse me, but you're very fabulous. This cupness that you are dealing with is so, I think, different from so many of the readings I've seen for you in the past. It's so beautiful. It's like you're really committed. It's like you're really committed to your spiritual path. And that is causing so much of an uprooting of things in a very positive way, and almost like a transplanting, you know? But without you know how sometimes when you have to transplant a plant and it kind of goes into shock for a while and then it comes out, most of you aren't even going through the shock. You're just transplanting and you're just thriving. It's like, yeah, that was easy. No biggie. Right? It's amazing because look at this. Look at the practical, like I said, the practical benefits that are coming from this spiritual work are not only career, but they are financial as well. In fact, I think you're going to see the money before you see the career stuff. If you aren't already seeing it, which many of you are, this is and it's interesting because a lot of the work that you've been doing on yourself is having long range and long-term results to your overall life. But you haven't even started seeing the real potency of it yet. The impact hasn't really started hitting you. I think you're feeling good. I think it feels like, yeah, this is nice. I'm really having a good time with this. You know, I'm really, finding some stuff out about myself. I'm grateful. I can definitely feel this is good. But the turnaround hasn't even happened yet. The turnaround in your life has not even happened yet. And that turnaround is like going from east to west. It's completely different than what you're used to in a very wonderful, wonderful way. It's such an upgrade. Now, I love the 7 of Cups. It's been so long since I've used a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it's very different. I think the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it's like, I can't decide. I think it's one of those things. That is not at all what the 7 of Cups means in the old Marseille tradition. This is a complete and utter change for the better in every aspect of your life. Where there was sickness, there is health. Where there was poverty, there is prosperity. Where there was conflict, there is resolution. Where there is doubt, there is certainty, etc., etc., etc. It's a complete and utter upgrade. Everything that wasn't working is working great. So this is what you have to look forward to. And it's because of all of this wonderful stuff that you've been focusing on. You haven't been focusing so much on the minutia of your life. Many of you, you've been focusing on your inner world. And even those of you that have only been doing this a little bit, look at what that little bit is going to be doing for you. So that is an indicator to you that you could really just commit yourself to that inner life. You can really commit yourself to that spiritual growth. Because remember what spiritual growth is. These cups hold water. Water goes everywhere when it gets spilled out. It doesn't just like stay in one place unless there's a container for it. If there's no container, it goes whoosh, everywhere. And so these cups are containers, but there's so many of them, and they're so all-encompassing. And you can think in terms of those cups as being filled up with all manner of prosperity for you. Now, and you can also think of them as being magical vessels that always replenish themselves. There's no spot that is not touched by your spiritual work that you're doing. Okay, so it's very beautiful. Before I forget, let's talk about what prosperity is, right? Because it is financial here. It is career here, but it's, just from what work you've been doing, that it's so much more than that. It's really your inner peace. If you can go for inner peace, all the rest of this stuff is just a done deal. If your goal can be inner peace, all of the money and the career and all that stuff, it's just a given. That's the esoteric meaning of seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of these things will be added. It simply means you go for peace, and peace is a package deal, and everything that is going to make you happy comes along with it. That includes all the money, that includes all of the career, all of the assistance you need, everything. That's being a spiritual master, is knowing that your goal is peace. Your goal is peace, and all of the activities that you're doing that promote peace are right on track. So for some of you, like I said, it's meditation or spiritual work or psychotherapy, prayer, psalms, whatever your thing is, if it's bringing you closer and closer to inner peace, you're doing it right. You are the spiritual master, and you can expect all kinds of benefits to come to you that are not directly or don't seem to be directly related to that. So Gemini, this is my favorite reading for you in so long. I'm so proud of you. For all of you who are really working on this inner world, you're doing great, and it's just going to keep getting better. All right, I'll be back in 2 weeks for another reading for you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Honeypaw and Dalene. We will see you in 2 weeks, Gemini. Congratulations on all of your wonderful, wonderful work. Blessed be.